我们一直为这个新冠肺炎的疫情祷告，
We have been praying for the COVID-19 pandemic,
所以神也听我们的祷告。
and God does answer our prayer.
那按现在的情形来看，洛杉矶的死亡今天才增加一个而已。
We can see only increase one death today in Los Angeles.
今天只有增加一个而已。
Only increase one death
那继续
in
祷
Los
告，
Angeles. We're gonna pray
让明
unceasingly,
天就不增加了。
so no more increase
好，
tomorrow.
继续祷告。
Let's all raise our hand and
耶
pray.
稣，谢谢你，
Jesus, we thank you.
在末后的世代，
At end time,
虽然有大灾难，
even there are great distress,
但是你保守我们这些选民，
but you keep us as the elect.
求主怜悯我们。
Lord, have mercy on
我
us.
们是神国的选民，
We are the elect of God's kingdom.
做神国的事。
Do the things of the
哈利路
kingdom.
亚，
Hallelujah.
哈利路亚，
Hallelujah.
奉主耶稣的名祷告，
We pray in Jesus' name.
阿门。
Amen.
好，今天早上我们的信息是，马太24章是谁是忠心有见识的仆人？
Our message for this morning is in Matthew 24, verse 45. Who is the faithful and wise servant?
这个主题我们讲了一段时间了，
I've been sharing this topic for a while.
实在是忠心有见识的仆人。从45节我们可以看到30节。
From verse 45 to 30, we can see to be the faithful and wise servant.
25章30节，
And to chapter 25, verse
所以你回
30.
去的时候自己看5遍，
So go home and read 24, verse 45, all the way to
你就会
25,
了
verse
解耶
30.
稣说的忠心有见识的仆人，
And then you will realize the faithful and wise servant that Jesus preached
他
about.
的结果是什么？
And what's his consequence?
他说主要派他管理一切所有的。
And Jesus said that the master will send him to be in charge of all his
那
possession.
他怎么样去管理主给他的一切所有的呢？
And then how can he be in charge of all God's possessions?
25章就继续讲了。
So it continued, the message in chapter 25.
他说有4个童女啊，5个有灯又有油的。
Jesus said 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise.
那
The
就是
10
聪明
virgins.
的，就是聪明的。
And the 5 were
聪
wise.
明的呢，有灯又准备油，
The wise ones has a lamb and also the extra
他
oil.
要来迎接新郎。
And they all want to welcome to
新郎就
Jesus
是耶
coming.
稣嘛，要等耶稣再来，我们要迎接耶稣再来，
So we are waiting for the coming of Jesus.
所以必须有灯跟有油。
So then we all need lamb and the extra oil.
另外有一种人呢，是有灯没有油的，
And another type that they have oil but no lamb
而且
only, no
有灯没
oil.
有油的话，就油不够。
So when they didn't prepare extra oil, they don't have enough for the lamb.
所以半夜有人喊说：“新郎来喽！”喊出来了。
So verse 6, at midnight they cry, rang out, here's a bridegroom.
他们从那个半夜打盹睡觉的人，他们都是打盹睡觉了。
All 10 virgins became Jiaoxi and fell asleep.
你知道，可见耶稣讲这个比喻是告诉我们，耶稣会慢一点来。
Jesus told us this parable to tell us that he will be late.
那到底耶稣为什么要慢一点来呢？
Why did he want to come late?
因为外邦人得救的数目还没有满足。
Because the number of the Gentile to be saved is not fulfilled yet.
其实耶稣很喜欢赶快来。
Indeed, Jesus loved to come
如果我们
sooner.
基督徒今天一个人带10个、2个，一个月带300个，那很快就来了。
As we as Christians that lead 10 or 100 or 300 to the Lord, and Jesus come tomorrow.
从保罗的信息告诉我们说，因为外邦人的数目还没有填满。
From the epistle of Paul, that we can see Paul say the full number of the Gentile
在
has
25
been
章
reached.
里面呢，
So in chapter 25,
半夜的时候有人喊新郎来了，
verse 6, at midnight, the cry rang out, here's a
他们一起来
bridegroom.
说：“我的灯啊，我的灯油不够啊，
And all woke up, and the foolish say that I don't have
所以你
enough
们赶快去
oil.
买吧。”
And the wise one say, go buy yourself.
那去买的时候呢，新郎到了，他们就进去跟耶稣跟新郎一起
Then verse 10, while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived, but only the wise one went in with the
那接着就是我们
bridegroom.
今天25章所讲的14节。
Then verse 14,
那这个14节讲什么呢？
what does verse 14 tells
和
us?
天国啊，好比一个往外国去，
He
叫
said,
他的仆人把他们的家业交给他。
he said the kingdom of heaven will be like a man going on a journey who called his servant, entrusted his property to them.
按着个人的才干给他银子，一个给他5000，一个给他2000，一个给他1000。
To one he gave 5 talents, another 2 talents, and to another 1 talent, according to
那
his
这个主
ability.
人就告诉他们说：“你们去做买卖。
And told them to go and make the money to work. ”
所以，如果你去做买卖的话，有人一定会对圣经不熟的话，哎，你怎么做买卖呢？
So if you go and do business and then some don't really understand the meaning of the Bible, they will say, how can you do this?
其实耶稣对那个忠心有见识的人呢，有另外一套的祝福，
Actually, God has another kind of blessing to those who are faithful and wise servant,
就是做买卖。
is to go and do
那
business.
做买卖的目的就是为了盖教会，
And the purpose is to build church.
那盖得很漂亮。
And then build it
那买
beautifully.
土地也赚钱，做买卖那里也赚钱，就5000赚5000，那5000赚10000哦。那赚到钱是什么呢？不是放在口袋，不是放在口袋，是拿来盖教会。
So then God will help him to make money and to buy land or to do any business. But the purpose is not to keep it in your pocket, but to build church.
这个人很奇怪哦。
But sometimes men are
如
really
果你做
strange.
买卖放在口袋里面呢，大家都做；如果你做买卖要来盖教会，大家在算一算，精打细算，算到最后都不肯为主做买卖。
Everyone, if they know they make the money for their to keep in their own pocket, they will love to do it. But if you say you do it for the church, build church, and they will count it, and no one
但
want
是
to do it.
耶稣说，你要为教会、为神的国去做买卖。
Jesus said you need to do business for church and for the kingdom of
你
heaven.
看呢，14节，
Verse
天国好比一个往外国去，叫了仆人来，把他们的家业交给他们。
Kingdom of heaven will be like a man going on a journey who called his servant and entrusted his property to them.
按着个人的才干给他们银子，一个给他5000，一个给他2000，一个给他1000。这个主人说：“你们去做买卖。”16节，大声读一读16节。
Verse
那
16.
领5000的随己去做买卖，另外赚了5000；那领2000的也照样另外赚2000；那领1000的掘开地，把主人的银子买起来了。这个3个人，神都这样做买卖。他说：“你5000要赚5000，2000赚2000，1000赚1000。可是那1000的呢，就把它藏起来了，银子买起来了。”
And God gave 1 5 talents and 1 2 talents, all and 1 talent, all tell them to do business, and the 5 and 2 talents go and make money, put the money to work, but the 1 talent hid it.
其实耶稣说：“你是忠心又有见识的仆人，所以我要把一切的都赐给你，给你管理，就是做买卖。”
When Jesus said that you are the faithful and wise servant, and I want to put you in charge in take care of all business possessions, that is tell you to put the money to work and to do business.
那做买卖呢是要给主的，
And because you want to give it to God.
5000赚5000，2000赚2000。
When you have 5 talents, you make another 5, 2 talents to another 2.
所以主来的时候，
And when the Lord comes,
就把5000赚了5000交给耶稣。
the man who had 5 talents and put his money to work gained 5 more and give it to
21节，
Jesus.
主人说：“哇，你是良善，哇，你是忠心，哇，你是做买卖成功的仆人，我要把许多事上派你管理。”
When he gave the 5 more talents to Jesus, verse 21, Jesus said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in few things. I'll put you in charge of many things."
那领2000的也是做买卖，赚了2000，
And the one with 2 talents also go put money to work and gain 2 more.
是为主做生意赚了2000，
And they did it for the Lord and they gained 2 more.
然后给神用。
And they gave it to the Lord.
举个例子是，好像我来说，神告诉我把这块地的买起来，盖教会，盖旅馆。
For instance, God called me to come here to buy the property and land here to build church
那
and
个时候
hotel.
那个时候地很便宜
That was a time when the price was very low.
因为我的心比较小，其实神告诉我，我来到这里的时候，这个那个下面的公园那个地方都没有房子，都是空一片地。神说：“你把它买起来。”
When I first came here, it was all empty lot, and God told me to buy the whole lot and all pieces. Then I didn't have such faith to
我
buy.
比较小心，我就买这个山这一边的，一直到那边都把它买起来。
So I only bought a small portion of it. Again, that I adjusted the
我懂得
mountain.
怎么样为主做生意。
And I know how to do business for the Lord.
所以你今天要在神面前。如果是忠心，如果是良善，是个仆人的话，神会叫你做他要做的买卖。
If you are a good and faithful servant, and God will teach you and tell you how to do a business for Him.
很清楚，耶稣讲得很清楚。
So Jesus said so clearly in verse 16, the man who had received 5 talents
是你
put the
读
money to
经读不
work.
清楚，
All because you didn't really
其实
study
耶
the
稣让你
Bible.
做买卖。
And actually, Jesus tells us to
那
do
我就按
business.
这个耶稣的命令跟主意去做了。
And I did it according to the command from Jesus.
然后我就把这个地方买起来了。
And I bought all
那
the
时候
land
很
here.
便宜，那时
It
候很
was
便宜。
the price
买
was
起来就
very
盖
affordable.
一栋教会。
And I bought it to build a church.
那个盖教会的人说：“你有多少信徒？为什么盖那么大的教会？”还问我。
And the builder asked me that, how many members you have? Why do you need to build such a church?
那后来你看我们这个柱子，你看看这个很大有没有？有没有很大柱子？有没有？
Look at all this huge pillar around the church.
那个建筑师说，这个地方要弄大的柱子。那这个水，我告诉你这个我们这个根基呀，那个特别厚，非常的厚。
And not only the architect make this huge pillars around, also we have very solid foundation.
你知道他为什么盖那么厚吗？
Do you know why that
他
the
说
way he
这个
designed?
柱子要高要重，地基要厚，要挡这个山。
So because we have a land that right next to the mountain, so it can
万一有
prevent the
地震
landslide.
你不要怕，你跑到这里就对了，因为这个里面的地基非常的坚固，非常的高，然后挡这个山。
So you don't need to be afraid when there is an earthquake. You can come here. It's very safe.
所以如果地震的话，我就已经带师母赶快住在那个地方，
So
挡这个山。
if there's earthquake, I will bring my wife to stay here
因为
because
礁溪的人有福了，
so that's how the Jiaoxi
所以
people
做
are
生意
blessed.
5000赚5000。
And when you have 5 talents, you gain 5 more.
所以你要注意到，我们的神他就是全世界都要给你，但是你要去做生意，要为他做生意，要为他做工，为他做事，为了传福音为了传福音不是赚钱为了传福音。
So all the world belong to the Lord, and then you do the business for God, for the gospel, and to share the gospel and for the church.
所以你看这个人5000赚5000，
So the one who has 5 talents
那
put
个
the
人
money to
2000
work,
赚
gain 5
2000
more, and 2 and gain 2 more.
为天国做起买卖来了。
So they do the business for the kingdom of
哈利路
heaven.
亚！
Hallelujah.
神不要让你有空间，这样你坐着玩，他有空间要你去做买卖赚钱。
Because God doesn't want you to be idle. He wants you to have money and
所以我
to
们
put
举
it
手
to
祷
work.
告，一
Raise
切
your
都是
hands
神
and
的
pray. It's all belong to God.
我们要听神的话，
And we listen to God.
要做起买卖，
And we can do
为
business.
神的国做起买卖，
And we put money to work
为
for the
福音的
kingdom.
缘故做起买卖。
And for the
哈利路亚！我们什么都不能，
and we are not capable of
神要我们
anything.
做什么都能。
But when God called us to do, we
5000
can
赚
do
5000
anything.
的。
That the 5
2000
talents
赚
gain
起
5
2000
more,
的
2 talents gain 2
神要
more.
跟我们算账。
Then God will
主
settle
啊，谢谢
account
你
with
哦
us. Thank you, Lord.
奉耶稣的名祷
We
告，
pray in Jesus' name.
阿门。
Amen.
好，感谢主啊，我们今天的确诊死亡只有一个，明天就没有了。
Thank God that only
Amen.
increased one
神
death
祝福
in
你。
Los Angeles and no more tomorrow. God bless you.